Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another Saturday Top 10, where today we're going to be counting down the top 10 best map layouts in Treyarch Zombies history. Now, this topic was suggested by Ryan Suit, and if you guys have a suggestion for a top 10, make sure to comment it down below, and if I use your idea, I will give you a shout out just like I did for Ryan at the start of the next video when I use your idea. Now, guys, just so you know, layouts is completely different from like where the map takes place, the design of the map, or how good the map is. It's solely based off the playable space that you can actually play in. Now, before we jump into it, guys, if you do enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. We just passed 185,000 subscribers, so big thank you to you guys. We're almost at 200k. We're getting closer and closer every day. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. Sorry for the long intro. Alright, guys, coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be Gord from Black Ops 3. Now, I think Gord has a great map layout because you can kind of decide where you want to go. You can go upstairs in the department store and go left or right, and you don't actually have to open up the gates that are down below where the shield is. Now, if you want to do high rounds, you can keep those two doors closed in the shield room, or you can just buy it if you're not planning on, doing high rounds or anything like that. Now, the thing that I like about Gord so much is it's kind of like a circle, and it all kind of goes around the main area, which is Dragon Command, where you do the Easter egg and things like that. I just think the map has a great layout, and then when you fly the dragons, all three of them, you get wings. You can just go to pack punch whenever you want really quickly, which is really nice. And overall, I think Gord has a pretty good map layout overall, and it comes in here at the number 10 spot. Alright, guys, coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be Shino Numa. Now, I know this isn't really a fan favorite map, and I'm not really that excited about it when it comes to Vanguard zombies, but anyways, Shino Numa actually has a pretty good map layout. You have all 4 different areas that you can go. You can go to the fishing hut with the flogger, and each area serves a purpose because they will have a specific perk that is completely randomized. So one game you might get Jug at the fishing hut, or the next game you'll get it at the comm room or something like that. So it kind of mixes up the whole game every time, which causes you to go to all of the different areas on the map. And then the middle is basically the spawn room. There's a bunch of box locations like towards the middle of the map, unless you get in like the fishing hut or something. And also the box spawns in the middle of the map as well. So eventually you're just gonna have to go back to the middle at some point to go to a different area. And I just think it is laid out pretty well. It's a lot like 9, which we'll probably talk about pretty soon. All right, guys, coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be Verizon Drak. Now, I think that Verizon Drak has a great map layout because it's basically a circular design, if that makes sense. So you can just flow through the map super easily. And another thing that makes it great is the Wonder Sphere. Using the Wonder Sphere to go all the way from down at the rocket test facility back up to the top of the map in the spawn room is a really great addition. And obviously the other Wonder Spheres that you can use, going up the well is a great way to traverse the map as well, just going up to the top level from the bottom, which I think is cool. So there's a lot of different stuff you can do on the map that makes it really great. And I think that Verizon Drak was such a great map because of the different ways that you could traverse the map, and it just flowed really well, and that's why it comes in here at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Dead of the Night. Now, I know this is not a fan favorite map, but I personally really like the map layout. Now, the reason I like the map layout so much is because everything basically connects to the main hall, which is the huge room like right in the middle of the map. You can go to the library side or the dining room side, and once you know those 2 locations, you're pretty much set for where everything is on the map. Another great feature about this map is in every area that's far away from the middle, there's a portal that will bring you right back to the main hall area. So if you go to Pack-a-Punch, there's a portal right next to it that you can use to bring you right back to that main hall area. Same thing with the mausoleum on the side with the cemetery, or next to the observatory all the way in the back, you can also teleport there. I think the overall map layout is really simple, and for that reason I think that it's a very good map layout, and it comes in at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot, guys, is going to be Reese from World at War or Black Ops 1 if you played the remake. And I guess you could group in the Giant if you really wanted to, because the maps are pretty much identical. But the reason I like Reese so much is because it caters to every single play style. You can camp on the catwalk all the way in the back if you really wanted to. And also you have to use every single area of the map in order to open up Pack-a-Punch by activating all of the different teleporters, which I think is a pretty big plus. Now, another thing for high rounders, a lot of people that like to do round speedruns, for example, will stay in the Thompson room and use the electric trap there. And I've seen like co-op high round games do that as well. And also, if you're like a crazy epic gamer, you can also train around the entire map using all the different traps if you're good enough. So I think that Reese is just a great map to cater to every single playstyle, high rounders, people that like doing like a small quest. There's also the fly trap there, and then of course campers can sit on the catwalk. So I think this map is just great. It's pretty simple and straight to the point, and you're basically just killing zombies and not having to worry about really anything else. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be Ascension. Now, if you put this map up against pretty much every other map, people would always say that Ascension is easier. And the reason for that is because of the map layout. There are so many open areas that you can go on Ascension to train or do high rounds or to camp if you really wanted to. And that's what I think makes this map layout so good. Once you leave the spawn room, there's basically 3 different areas you can go where each of the lunar landers are. There's one way up above next to the sickle, you have the one next to PhD, and then the other one is all the way on the other side of the map next to like Stamina Up or Claymores, if you know where that is. So you open up the entire map in order to open up Pack-a-Punch, just like Reese. And when you think about it, it's basically a copy of Reese that introduced Stamina Up and PhD. And everything else on the map is relatively simple. I know a lot of high rounders like playing this map on Black Ops 1, and it's definitely considered to be the easiest map in Black Ops 3 because of all the open areas you can train. You can go up next to Widow's Wand or PhD if you're playing Black Ops 1 to train. You can also train in the spawn room, which is definitely the most popular option. And then there's so many other areas you can train that high rounders do down by Pack-a-Punch. The reason I think Ascension definitely deserves to be here at the number 5 spot, a lot of people like to camp on this map, and there's so many different strategies you can do with traps, for the monkeys and things like that. So for that reason, Ascension comes in here at the number 5 spot. Oh, and then I didn't mention it also had the first full Easter egg as well, which I guess is a plus. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be Kino der Toten. Now, this is obviously one of the best map layouts of all time for a multitude of different reasons, but I think the thing that really makes this map perfect as far as like a map layout goes is it generally goes around in a complete circle, which I definitely think adds a lot to the map. And of course, there's spots for every type of player. You can camp. A lot of people like to run around the stage and things like that. I guess that wouldn't really be camping, but it's a pretty good training spot. You can also go out in the alley as well. And overall, like the map layout is just perfect pretty much. There's really no area that you don't use if you're playing the map. You have to go all around to buy the different perks. You have to go back to the spawn room to link the teleporter in order to use it. I just think that this map has a lot to offer, and each area that you go serves a specific purpose. Like there's a perk in pretty much every area that you go, which I definitely think is a huge plus. And just in general, I think that this is like the easiest map to understand, and for that reason it has the best map layout. I think Kino is probably the most played zombies map of all time, so when anyone can jump in and play it and have like zero problems at all, Kino definitely had to be high up on the list. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the map 9 from Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now, the reason I think this map has a great layout is because the main center area where you spawn in is literally the hub of every other area on the map. You can buy literally every single door, not specifically from spawn, but you can open up all 4 different areas of the map from spawn and just go wherever you need to go. So if you need to go buy the perk that's in the Zeus Tower, as long as you've bought the door, you can run directly to the Zeus Tower and buy the perk. And not only that, it has an underground area, which I think works really, really well. Once you turn on Pack-a-Punch, those 2 doors open and you can just run completely across the map underground, and that makes it really, really simple as well. I think that this map is just super linear and super easy to understand once you understand like how the map opens up. It's literally just an X everywhere on the map essentially. So it's really easy to understand, and for that reason I think it definitely deserves the number 3 spot on this list for sure. Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be Revelations from Black Ops 3. I think that this map works perfectly because Noct is a great hub area. You can use all the different portals on Noct to get to each of the 4 different islands, and it also connects to the Apothicon, and at the Apothicon exit you can literally pick where you want to land in all 4 of the other areas, which is so good. And not only that, there's literally wonder spheres going from island to island, which connects all of them in like a circular fashion, so you can literally traverse exactly where you want to go at any point in the game and get to wherever you need to in literally like 15 seconds. It's so easy to understand and so fast to get from point A to point B, and for that reason I definitely think it deserves to be on this list at number 2. It actually has a great map layout. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the map, but I can't deny that the map layout is great. Okay, there's a couple honorable mentions. The first one is Ancient Evil. It goes along with that whole circular pattern in both the upper area and like the other area and the other underworld, I guess you could call it. Also Buried. I think Buried is just a really simple map, and has a pretty simple layout as well. And the last honorable mention is going to be Die Machine from Black Ops Cold War, just because once you open up Pack-a-Punch, you have that whole door to go from spawn back down to Pack-a-Punch, and it's pretty easy to get from point A to point B with the other portals that it has as well. So that makes a huge difference when you're playing. And now it's time for the number 1 spot. Okay guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be Shadows of Evil from Black Ops 3. Not only does the junction open up right after you open up the spawn door and connect to all 3 different areas, you also have the teleporters that can go from all areas from the underground back out, which is a huge way to traverse the map. I think that this map is really simple, and once you understand the map layout, you'll think it's one of the best as well. I think just the middle area connecting to everything is a lot like 9, and I think why they used 9 after they saw the success of Shadows as far as like the actual map layout. I think it's pretty much perfect. You can get from point A to point B extremely fast wherever you need to go, and not only that, you can use beast mode to get from any area to the other side of the map and revive a teammate if they go down, which I think is great as well. It's just really easy to traverse the map and get from point A to point B. So that's why I think it's one of the best map layouts and the best in all of Call of Duty Zombies. So anyways guys, that has been the top 10 best map layouts in Treyarch Zombies. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.